a feral dog before she came to me about 9 months ago, and she's learning to do some agility obstacles as a way of building her confidence and also getting her used to my hands moving around in ways that are rewarding to her. And this is probably our third or fourth time playing with this tire, and I can't call her through because approaching me is not something that she's real happy about. So instead of doing that, I'm going to just wait. I'm shaping her to go through. So when she goes through, I'm going to toss a treat for her. And because we've played this game before, she's got a pretty good idea of what she's supposed to do to get the treat. And so what I'm then going to start to do is to back up a little bit. I'm putting a little bit of distance between me and the tire so that she learns a little bit of independence in terms of doing this obstacle, that I don't need to be right there in order for her to go through the hoop. And this is probably the farthest I've ever backed away, and she's doing really, really well. I'm going to push it a little bit more. And this time I'm going to throw the treat there, and now she has to really look to how to get back to that tire. So you see how she has to straighten herself out in order to go to it. Now this time I'm not going to reward, and I'm going to see if she just does it again without getting a reward this time. Well, she's thinking, I want a reward, how do I get it? Good girl. Good girl. Now I'm going to go back to rewarding every time for a few times. Good girl. Now this one's a real challenge. She's really got to look for that tire. Where is that tire? And Mommy's over here playing with food, so I'm distracting her by playing with food. But I'm not giving it to her until, yay, she goes through the tire, and then she gets a piece of food. Good girl. I'm going to back up a little bit more. This is the farthest away I've ever been and asked her for the tire. And I'm not actually asking her, I'm just waiting for her to offer it. I'm going to ignore the barking. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes. The use of the word yes is a marker word. It tells the dog, I like what you're doing right at that moment. Now she's got to find it again. That's a little harder. Yes. So that time I said the yes early. That was intentional. I said the yes before she went through the tire because I believe that you can reward dogs for intention, for what they're thinking, even if they haven't done the behavior yet. She was thinking about going through the tire. I want her to know that she's on the right track. And good girl. And so I'll try it again. Saying it too early. Yes, good girl. So you can see how I'm rewarding her for thinking about going through the tire before she actually goes through it. That way I'm creating a commitment point that's earlier than I would have if I just rewarded going through. She's looking for treats. There aren't any more. She's thinking, what do I need to do to get that treat? She's thinking about it. I love that she's coming so close to me. But I'm not rewarding her, and I'm not rewarding barking. I'm waiting for her to go. If she gets stuck, which she seems to be a little bit stuck in terms of that barking jag and not going through the tire anymore. So I'm going to come a little closer to the tire, make it a little bit easier for her. And I'm going to stare at the tire, give her another hint. Yes, and she's already clearly showed me that she's had enough, so we're going to be finished for today.